Hello Falcons, Mr. Fleschner here, bringing you our update from our November school board meeting, and also just some kind of notes as we move forward with the school year. So some of you that might actually kind of track some of the school board agendas, you're wondering like, why was there 3 agendas for this month? Well, our school district and all school districts are required to hold an annual meeting, an organizational meeting, and then we're having our typical regular November school board meeting. Now, while all those can take place on the same night, they are 3 completely separate meetings. Now, we'll kind of start out with the annual meeting. Really, this is kind of a review of financial information, and we kind of start talking about our certified annual report, okay, our financial report. We kind of talk the board through those things and some of the things we're doing. Everything come back in really, really good shape. So we're really thankful for, Darla and Kayla in our business office and everybody for their help putting that certified annual report together. Then we're going to move on into our organizational meeting. So this is really where we start to elect offices for the school board, some committee work that the school board's involved with. That's really the biggest take in this meeting. So I want to say congratulations to Jill Cockworth. She was nominated and voted and approved to be the president of the AP School Board. So Jill will continue in her role as school board. And congratulations to Amy Truax, who was nominated and approved to serve as the vice president of the AP School Board as we continue on through the school year. Now, several of the board members are involved in other committee work outside the school district, serving on boards in Butler County and some other things in our communities. So we really just kind of nominate and select people to kind of serve in all those different capacities and committees here at school. Some other things that are kind of in that agenda, the board has to formally approve, where we keep district funds, who are formally, identify who our district legal counsel is, and some of those kind of things with that. So our school board meetings will remain typically always the 3rd Monday of each month at 6 p.m. and primarily those are held here at the high school in the library. Now, occasionally we will have some other meetings, maybe try to move around the district and get into some of the other buildings, and we'll advertise those. But typical meetings are 3rd Monday, 6 p.m., and those are public meetings. So if anybody's interested in attending and learning more about the school, you can certainly attend those. So let's kind of jump into our November regular meeting. Now, not a real heavy agenda here in November. That's pretty typical. Kind of approve some contracts for some snow removal, some early graduations, some financial pieces inside of there. That's really the biggest piece of kind of our regular or that meeting for November. Now let's jump into some superintendent notes and some announcements. First, we're hoping this holds off for a little while, but we know we're going to have some weather things come up as we work through the winter. So parents, if you're not receiving notifications, you can go into JMC. That'll make sense for those people that use that. That's our student management system, where you can go in and get email and text notifications. So if you're not getting those, if you can go to the website and you get into JMC, as always, though, feel free to contact your child's building office and they can kind of help you with that. Community members, if you have an interest in also receiving some of those announcements, again, whether they be in an email or a text, you can go to our website, and it's a website community messenger. Kelly's behind the camera and always helping me out here with this stuff. He's going to try to drop a link into where you can go in there and sign up. So maybe you're responsible for picking up a student, if it's an early dismissal, or if you just kind of want to know that for your own information, if whether, school is going to be delayed for weather, you can take care of that too. So you don't necessarily have to have a child in the district to get those notifications. So take a look into that. Also, as you're probably aware, the school district bond vote was not successful on November 5th. So now kind of what people are asking, what are next steps? Well, really the school board's going to take a little bit of time. Think about our process, what went well, what didn't go so well, what would we like to do differently? And we'll continue to kind of work through all that. What I really want to encourage you to do after the holidays, people are very busy. We want you to enjoy all of those things. We're going to send out some communications from the school district and share. We really want to get feedback. Maybe what you liked about the proposal, things maybe you didn't like about the proposal, things maybe you'd like to see in a future proposal. As just a reminder, we cannot run another bond vote for 1 year. Okay, that's a change, and we were sharing that throughout. This isn't something we can bring back to voters in a few months. We have to wait a full calendar year into November to rerun a general obligation bond vote if we choose to go there. So please take a look out for that messaging. We'd love to get your feedback, okay? Whether there were things, again, you liked, maybe didn't like, we want to know those things and kind of why, all right? So we can kind of continue to build our plan forward. I do want to thank everybody, though, that participated in the process, whether you are part of that community planning committee, whether you attended one of the community sessions, or somebody that kind of reached out to me via phone or email to get information. And for all those that participated, I want to say thank you so much. While it wasn't successful, there's a lot of really, really great work done and something that we can build on going forward, okay? So thank you to all of those. The last piece, this is very, very exciting. This has been in the news a little bit. It was in the newspaper here recently, but we want to make sure we get out to our patrons. The entire state puts out an Iowa School Performance Profile, okay? Also used to be known as the School Report Card. Inside of this are student test scores, whether they're on proficiencies, whether on growth, things dealing with absenteeism, readiness for work, readiness for college. All of this data is kind of compiled together of the schools all across the state. You can actually go to the Department of Ed's website and look at all the schools in the entire state. But Applington-Parkersburg High School and Applington-Parkersburg Middle School were both identified as high-performing school systems. All right? This is an absolute excellent thing for them. Congratulations to our students, our staff, support staff, everybody that's kind of working with our students. This is a really, really big thing to have those two schools come out as high-performing. Our elementary school, for a second straight year, was listed as commendable. Students saw great growth. So some things that we're really targeting through professional development, these kind of things, we saw improvements and gains. So congratulations to all of those students and staff and support staff for achieving that commendable status at the elementary level. Now, as always, questions, things you want to know more about in the district, don't hesitate to reach out to your child's building office or reach out to me here in the district office. Love to interact and answer questions for people. And as always, go Falcons.